Hey folks, how's it going? The game is finally back up, and with it, both Lucio 5-star as well as the Eternal and Evoker rebalances. While Lucio 5-star is going to take a little bit of time to check out, since I need to uncap him and level him up, let's start with the Eternal and Evoker rebalances. Hopefully there's something juicy here. Uno, Spiral Spear, 1100% water damage to a foe, cut to mode bar. Auto activates when targeted by a foe. But this is just a small nuke. Indestructible Shield, support skill, caps fire damage taken to 5k per hit, counters upon taking damage twice. The skill he gets on Transcendence, I think this used to be 10,000, now it goes down to 5. It's nice, but it's not really anything to write home about. I'm afraid that Uno Transcendence is going to be waiting for a very long time still. Next up we've got Song. My little Song, please be good. Please be good. Massive light damage to a foe, boost to specs for the next clincher, and cooldown for clincher, boost to Lala's crit rate, and Tien. Tien on charge attack is a fantastic little bonus. This should be 30 to 50k supplemented damage. And being on charge attack, for her especially, means it's basically almost permanent, depending on how often you can do a charge attack. Merculite, dodge attack from foes one time, massive boost to attack, boost to skill cap, bonus light damage effect, and Flurry. A 3-hit Flurry? Now Echo and Flurry duration is only for 2 turns on a 5 turns cooldown, but still, 3-hit Flurry plus Echo plus Tien, that's a lot more supplemented damage she's going to be able to do. That's fantastic. Depravity, the accuracy of the debuff effects including zombie and instant death have been increased. That's fine, I guess. We don't really see that many enemies that can heal, and instant death, most other enemies are just immune to it by default, so that's fine. 2 Crown Strife. Extend all foes debuff duration for turn-based debuff extends by 3 turns. Oh god, that's great. If this lands, if Depravity lands Deparalyze, that's 3 turn Paralyze that can go up to 6 with 2 Crown Strife. What the hell? Multiple hit bonus damage based on the number of foes debuffs up to a maximum of 10, and count recast, of course. We'll have to check this one a bit more extensively, because there are some 1-turn debuffs that can count as turn-based that might not necessarily be extended. Say, for example, a complete turn lock, like Cagliostros. Now, some of these, it says in the description they cannot be extended, and for good reason, but something like 30% accuracy lowered for 6 turns means that this can potentially go up to 9 turns with her. Not bad. Not bad at all. Moving on, Echo String Rights. Skill, boost to dodge rate based on attacking foe's number of debuff, boost to multi-attack rate based on the number of debuffs. Song is finally multi-attacking, and she won't even need the new weapons to do so. Upon dodging, 2 hit light damage to all foes and delay effect, yeah, that one stays the same. Extended Mastery Skill, supplemented damage based on the number of foes debuffs. Yo, what the hell? That is so good. That is so insanely good. All this supplemented damage on Song is going to go extremely hard. Tien, Echo, Flurry, boost to multi-attack, finally, and another supplemented damage source. My little archer can't be this good. I was hoping to see something for the Paralyze as well, but I guess it doesn't really matter at this point. She basically turned into a pretty decent DPS, especially when it comes to both buffing and long-term content. I honestly cannot wait for the next United fight. She will be in the main line. Moving on, Qura, another character I was waiting to transcend for a pretty long time. Hit to attack and defense have been removed from the random debuffs. All remaining random debuffs now have the same probability of being chosen. Gamedion Cross. Oh, the hit to attack and defense just became standard. No, that's fine, that's 2 debuffs on skill cast plus 2 randoms. The fact that these also all have the same chance means that maybe we can't see the can't attack, or at least the weakened, a little bit more often. Not that bad. Double Blade Flash supports skill, a slight chance to end skill cooldown, boost to debuff success rates, and cooldown for Carnage when a foe uses a special attack. Oh, that's nice. That's really nice. 6 hits, damage to random foes, increase all foes charge diamond, and Dispel. This frees a nice Dispel after an enemy charge attack, so you can instantly remove whatever buff they gained. Cool, that's pretty cool. Poignant Edge supports skill, Gabbidion Cross can be cast a second time during each turn it's used, so this goes up to attack and defense. Wonder why it's not stackable. If this can be on a double cast, maybe stackable would have been better. But this also means you can land 4 random debuffs whenever you use it the first time each turn. Upon taking damage, 1 turn cut to damage skill cooldowns and 4 hit water damage to a foe at the end of the turn. Oh, this is the Transcendent one. I don't know, again, extra Dispel, it's great, it's really great, but Qura isn't really the only one who can do it. Attack and defense moving on the first skill is pretty nice too, as well as the second cast on Transcendence for even more debuffs. Still feels a little bit weak though. I think they could have done a lot more, especially since Qura Transcendence is already trying to be a mini 6, maybe give him a little bit more damage, but yeah, I don't know when the next Eternal Rebalance can happen at this point. Probably going to be at least another year. But that's another year in which I don't think Qura will get transcended. Not for me at least. Next up, a little girl who also has been waiting for a very long time. Super duper special attack, massive light damage to a foe, removes 1 buff, delay hit to attack and multi-attack, and 1 turn cut to reincarnation cooldown. That's the Magic Torrent. This has a 15 turns uptime though. Doesn't say it can be cast on a single ally, so maybe you can spread this around with a few more charge attacks. Try and keep it on 2, maybe, hopefully. But let's see what else she got. Reincarnation skill, boost to attack, defense and multi-attack rate effect from Magic Torrent has been increased, that's nice. Magic Torrent now also includes a bonus light damage and an uplift. Heal cooldown has been changed to 10 turns. Oh, this one was higher. I honestly don't remember how high this was. Never really used 5th. Still, extra attack, extra defense, multi-attack, echo, uplift. It's just for 1 character, so this is likely going to go on MC on the first cast, and then depending on how many charge attacks you can do on someone else on the second, which is likely going to happen around turns 6 or 7. Yeah, with enough charge attacks, turn 6 or 7, it means you can upkeep these on 2 different characters. It might not be that bad, especially with all the healing she brings. Problem is, where are you actually going to need all that sustain? Because as far as I know, even like Hexa and Fa0 don't really use 5th. Maybe she can start? But we'll see. Massive boost to debuff resistance, immunity to skill sealed, random buff to light allies at the end of a turn based on 5th remaining HP. Okay, things are getting a little bit more interesting. Sadly, she's not transcendent for me, so I can't really see these buffs just yet. We're going to have to wait for the wiki to update them. Super special Holy Miracle, support skill, reduces turn-based damage taken by light allies. Light only. At the end of the turn, if a light ally is almost knocked out, activates Sunshine. Turn-based damage reduction takes effect even when 5th is a sub-ally. Maybe she can help a little bit with poisons, damage over time. I do like the auto activation for Sunshine, turns her into a little bit of a doctor MC, but I'm curious to see the buffs that Sorceress Prodigy is going to bring. But again, we have characters like Uni, and we have characters that can completely tank and negate damage like Vera. This might be a make or break for her. Next in the list, Tien, another one I actually brought up to 150. Intense Bullet ++, the accuracy of debuffs has been increased. Fine, I don't remember her having a problem with accuracy on this. 10 Wolves Triumph, bonus fire damage to all allies, deal triple attack, sharp boost to attack for 1 hit against foes in break, onslaught effect to all foes. Finally, something good, especially for a skill that takes 10 turns to be ready. Free Assassin for the entire team. That's going to be one really nice burst turn. Last Hope, Intense Bullet can be cast a second time during each turn it's used. Oh, that's nice, 20 hit every 5 turns, plus extra increase in item drop rate, so the stack here goes up a little bit faster to 10, and a second cast of the stackable debuffs. Really nice. You know, I honestly didn't have that high hopes for Tien, because she's already doing a decent enough job dealing damage, but at the same time this feels a little bit thin too. Kind of like Qura. And with that, we are done with the Eternals. I think Song won this. I think Song won this really hard. I still kind of like what Tien has gotten, but the others, we'll have to wait and see for 5th. But I think both of the water ones are going to be waiting for a very long time to be transcendent. So, Evokers. Maria Theresa, Harvest Shield. Harvest Shield is the 4th skill, damage mitigation effect to all foes and allies, and cooldown for Abraxas. Next Abraxas activates twice. That's double Dispel at least. The effect rate of the damage mitigation effect applies to foes has been lowered, so it's going to be a bit easier to deal damage to them. And this skill can no longer be copied. I mean, it resets cooldown on Abraxas, makes Abraxas activate twice, so this damage lowered the enemy's take is getting dispelled immediately, isn't it? Empress Upright, set Water Allies HP to full and removes all debuffs. That's the switch skill. Okay, that's pretty nice. She does need to be 5-star to use this, but after Haselia and her insane damage, I think Maria Theresa mostly falls down to a sort of emergency button at this point. Yes, you can still use her in the backline, but I think you might still want Gabriel up in front. That extra 20% skill mod is still really damn good. But other than this, not that big a buff. Again, you get 1 free heal, 1 free clear, 1 time per fight. And you need someone to die up in the front line. I don't know, maybe for some of the harder content, but other than that, I think she's still going to be a backline bot. Moving on, we've got Estola. Only a single change. Hermit awakens to caster, Open Eye skill, that's the 4th one. Boost to Windle ICA spec, stackable, supplemented damage, stackable. Not that bad. After activating the Hermit Upright, auto-activates when the charge bar is 100% at the start of a turn. Not sure often that's going to happen. When it comes to Estola, honestly I've been waiting a little bit for the full limit break, because I don't really use him all that much. But used to be decent for the constant dispel spam as well as the extra damage he deals with Silent Dream and Echoes of Tragedy. 4th skill wasn't really all that interesting, but maybe the stackable supplemented damage can be a little bit of help. Okay, next one and last one, we got Throw. Skill Splendor, that's the 4th one. Shield effect to the caster, worth 50% of max HP, up to a maximum of 15k. Oh, that's nice, doesn't set the HP back to 50% anymore. Activates Indominus upon normal attacks, can only be used after the Strength Upright. Strength Upright, solid fortitude effect to throw, damage skill activates twice while in effect, 1 turn cut to all ally skill cooldown, and supplement skill damage. Honestly, the fact that she doesn't sabotage herself anymore is already a big plus. The double skill casts were already pretty damn nice, and she can keep casting that heal on normal attack every 3 turns out of 6. I think she might see a bit more play now, especially in harder content, but again, it's a very thin buff. It looks like for this Rebalance patch, Song was clearly the big winner. Love the Keen, love the Echo, love the Flurry, as well as the extra supplemented damage. United Fight is coming soon and I can't wait to slot her in. She's going to be fantastic. Thief might be a second close contender, again depending on the random buffs that she gives. Tien, probably 3rd one. I do like the second cast and the 20 hits on the 1st kill. Otre and Uno, I don't know, I was expecting so much more from these two. Uno especially, he has a 1-turn assassin and he didn't even manage to get a guaranteed triple attack. That's how bad he is. Extra debuffs on Quotre are at least a little bit better, that's definitely going to make him a bit more playable, but he's got to contend with other very heavy hitters. For the Evokers, again, it's all the 4th skill, and it's all very light. I think Fro might be winning this one. just for the fact that she doesn't eat 50% of her own HP and has to try and recoup that by healing that back up. Esta, that's nice, but I don't know, it's going to depend on how big this is again. Alright then, I guess that's going to be it for me for the moment. Still got that Lucian cat to check out. In the meantime, let me know which of the rebalances you've liked the most, and as always, thanks a lot for watching and see you around soon. Ciao!